Hey everybody, it's Braga here, welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Summon. Last time we finished chapter 5, this time we do chapter 6-1.
I'd like to hear the Department of Health's opinion regarding stigma. Secretary Mendez?
I consider this case a very serious matter. It's unlike any plague mankind has ever known.
Could you please elaborate?
First off, stigma is a virulent disease created by man. Reports indicate that a contagious strain exists, which means it's a significant threat. In addition to that, there's an underground organization attempting to exploit the situation.
Dr. Von Mees, he made guilt because you're
so we must face the possibility that stigma is being circulated as a biological weapon.
Or test subject.
But in order to investigate, we need the cooperation of Homeland.
No need to worry about that. I've already notified.
Thank you, I appreciate it. However, I'm afraid we don't have much time to waste. There have been reports from around the world describing symptoms that suggest the presence of stigma. There's even been a major outbreak in one country.
You're talking about Kularuma, correct?
Yes. We've had one patient flown in for examination. We'll handle the treatment and subsequent analysis here in the U.S. Caduceus will be seeing to it. In case you weren't aware, Mr. Deputy Secretary, Caduceus is our country's finest.
There's no need to explain. I'm familiar with the organization.
I'm so glad that you're all back safely. You must have been so scared.
You have no idea, but we survived, with each other's help.
I'm sorry you had to endure such an ordeal. We must take stringent measures to strengthen our security immediately.
With no word since your disappearance, we had begun to fear the worst. How are you feeling? Were you harmed?
It was a difficult situation, but we were determined to get through it. Having met our enemy face to face, my resolve to continue this mission has grown even stronger.
I wouldn't have objected if you had decided to resign. I'm glad to hear you say that. We can't win the war against stigma without you three.
Something caught my attention while we were being held captive. It concerns Professor Wilkins. I think he may be a member of the Kidman family.
Goodness. Could that be true?
The professor? What do you mean, Marcus?
Well, you know that guy they referred to as the director? His face was hidden, but he was definitely the same height and had the same build as the professor. He also appeared to be the center of their research on stigma. If he is Professor Wilkins, then this would all make sense.
I have to disagree. The way he moved and spoke, I just don't think he could be Professor Wilkins.
I'm not positive, but it seems very likely. I just can't figure out how he got mixed up with them.
Regardless, I'll notify the FBI. Now, I understand that you're concerned, but I need you to continue with your mission.
The patient has been flown in by the military. We don't know how infectious the disease is, so use the quarantine transfer unit. According to preliminary examination, we are dealing with a new type of stigma, so we'll be relying heavily on your abilities. I know that's a lot to ask since you just returned, but...
Well, at least we're not out of practice, having been forced to operate while we were held captive.
Oh my! Is that true?
Yes, believe it or not.
I'd like to say that you will have the very best working with you in the research lab, but unfortunately, we've lost a key staff member. We'll still do all that we can.
Did something happen?
Cynthia left. She quit while you were away.
Why would she do such a thing? She seemed so dedicated to her work.
Do you have any idea why she quit, Isabella?
As a representative of Humani, I'm not at liberty to say, but I'll tell you as a friend. She seems to have gone through a lot with the higher-ups because they blamed her for developing products that increased patients' susceptibility to stigma. But no one could have anticipated that side effect.
It's a shame to lose someone like her, but we can't dwell on it. Let's prepare for the operation, Bob.
That's too bad. I had hoped to work with Cynthia until we eradicated stigma together.
Just so you're aware, I'll be present throughout the operation. I realize it may be difficult to perform such a procedure after your recent ordeal.
Don't worry, Kennedy. We can handle it.
I'm glad to hear that. I can't tell you how relieved I was to learn that you three were safe.
I hear this is a new strain of stigma.
Yes, but the preliminary test didn't tell us much. We did learn two things, though. First, it has multiple arms, which are causing all the damage. Second, we can prevent further damage by removing the grapplers from the ends of the arms.
Sounds like a complicated procedure.
It's affixed to the affected area, so we can't pull it off by force.
In that case, I think we should first try to restrict its movement and then excise it.
That's where this baby comes in.
What's that?
It's the result of our research. It will allow us to turn stigma's own characteristics against it. You see, we were able to extract a colurium-based fluid which will temporarily restrict its...
Basically, it can stop the pathogen's movement for a short period of time. Would you mind giving it a try?
No problem.
Half of that's gonna be it.
It's good to be back. Now, let's get started.
Unfortunately, we don't know how to proceed until we've taken a closer look. But at least we have a second opinion today. Well, let's begin by opening him up.
Stigma is definitely present. It's bizarre looking, that's for sure.
That's
It
pretty
appears to have a core from which the arms are extending.
Let's try using that new stuff. We're supposed to inject it into the grapplers, correct?
Something's been released from the central core.
toxin, I presume. If we ignore it, it'll enter the patient's body via the grapplers. Needless to say, it will be detrimental to the patient.
We have to find a way to stop the toxin from spreading.
I see. If we pinch the arm with a forceps, we can slow the spread of the toxin. The grapplers, we can extract it now. That takes care. Looks like you can only pinch each arm in one spot. Doctor, the arm is expanded. 2 down, 1 to go. It's withdrawn its arms.
That's probably the result of a rapid contraction designed to stimulate regeneration. Perhaps this can be used to our advantage, since it places a great deal of stress on the core. If we repeat this process, we may be able to force the core to destroy itself.
So basically, grab it to a suicide.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Its arms are back out. Hurry up, remove the grapplers. It's working. Keep it up. It's extended its arms again. Please be more careful, Doctor. His vitals so quickly, too. Unbelievable.
It seems like the toxin is being used to regenerate the excised tissue.
So try to remove the grapplers while keeping the toxin from spreading. Keep going. The core's weakening. We beat it.
forgot what it's like to have a real operating room.
I hope that's the last we see of that.
Well, the operation was a success. Great work.
That was an admirable effort, considering the difficulty of the operation.
Yes, it was a tricky one, but somehow we managed.
I don't mean to press my luck, but I actually have another favor to ask of you three. This will be an extremely difficult task.
So it's no different than usual.
Don't worry. We're quite used to extremely difficult tasks by now.
We received a request for aid from the country of Kuluruma, where an outbreak's occurred. They desperately need doctors who know how to treat stigma. The government would like to provide assistance. That is, of course, if there are any doctors willing to volunteer.
And you want us to go?
If we can get some of our personnel into Kuluruma, where that metal originates, then I believe we can advance our research on stigma. But to do so, we have to put 3 of our finest staff members in danger. Not just of infection, but also of insurrection.
Kuluruma is a hotbed for guerrilla activity. It's a time bomb waiting to go off. What do you think, Val?
Well, ultimately, what's our purpose? I mean, is it worth risking our lives for?
If we're trying to convince ourselves, we could say it's to protect the world from stigma.
Elena, how do you feel about traveling south of the equator?
Well, it's better than going somewhere cold.
Glad to hear that. Then it's decided. We accept, Madame Director.
Next time on Trauma Cinema Second Opinion, we'll be doing Chapter 6 too. See you guys then.